Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex here with my Week 11 picks. So, if you follow my Twitter, that's why I made my Week 9 and Week 10 picks. They weren't pretty, but I had things come up where I couldn't make a video on it. So all of the picks were there except for Thursday night last week with the Dolphins beating the Ravens. Just took the L on that one since I just forgot there was a game that night. So let's go over Week 8. We hit a little rough spot in Week 8 with back-to-back losing weeks. Week 8 we went 6-9, and Week 9 we went 5-9. So not pretty. However, we bounced back in Week 10, 9-4-1. Obviously, we got the tie with the Steelers and the Lions, which honestly, tying to the Lions should count as 2 losses. But yeah, let's just jump right into this. So again, on my Twitter, I made the Thursday night game on the 18th. I knew New England was going to win this game. I didn't think it was going to be a shutout like this one, but I did say they were going to win the game. So we're 1-0 already on the week. All right, next up, to start today's games, we've got the Texans visiting the Titans. Yeah, I think Tennessee is going to win this game. Houston, like I said last week, or like I said in Week 8, the Texans are competing for the number 1 overall pick. I'm baffled that they even have one win this year. So I've got to go with the Titans on this one. I mean, Titans look like the top team in the AFC, even without Derrick Henry. So it's going to be exciting to watch, see how far they can make it without him. Next up, we got the Ravens and the Bears. I mean, the Bears have done pretty hit or miss against the AFC North. Ravens looking to hold on to that top spot in the AFC North. I mean, they've got one game between all of them. So it's a very competitive division. Ravens want to stay on top as long as they can. I think Baltimore is going to pull off the win here against Chicago. Chicago just looks rough, and especially against a good defense like we saw with Cleveland. I think the Ravens are going to be able to keep Fields in check. Now we got the Saints and the Eagles. I mean, this is going to be I think this is going to be a pretty good game despite the records. I mean, 5-4, 4-6. I think this is going to be a good game overall. I think New Orleans is going to pull out the win and hold off Philadelphia. Philadelphia also not super far behind in the NFC East. I think the Cowboys are 7-2? No, that's impossible. They're 8-2. Never mind. Eagles looking to stay alive in the NFC East race. I don't think it's going to happen because I think they're going to fall to 4-7 today. I think the Saints are going to pull off the win, stay in the running for the NFC South. Next up, we got the Colts and the Bills. Now, this one I'm actually going against what they're favored to win. I actually think the Colts are going to take this one. I mean, the Colts have been looking solid. I like the way they've been playing. Jonathan Taylor is still he's tied. Derrick Henry's rush yards and touchdowns perfect. Actually, I blew my mind, but he did it in quite a bit fewer carries, so his yards per carry is much higher than Henry. And I think he's going to be the big difference maker in this game. It's going to be a close game, as any good game is, because this is two of the better teams in the AFC. And yeah, I think it's going to come down to the wire. But I think the Colts are going to pull it off. Now we got the Lions and the Browns. This was any game with the Lions is the easiest pick for me. I mean, I've got to go with Cleveland. Cleveland looks, well, I was going to say they looked good 2 weeks ago against my Bengals, and then they got mopped by New England. So we don't know what to expect with the Cleveland team. However, Baker is dealing with an injury, but he's been dealing with it for more than 1 week. So they're playing the Lions. This is a good week to have an injured quarterback. I think the Browns are going to improve to 6-5-0. Lions fall to Lions fall to 0-9-1. Now we've got another NFC North rivalry here. We got the Packers and the Vikings. Both teams looking solid. Packers have Aaron Rodgers back for the second week after COVID. Vikings, as far as I'm aware, don't have any major injuries. So, on paper, this should be a good game because, division games are always tight no matter who's playing. But I'm still going to take the Packers on this one. I think Aaron Rodgers' record in Minnesota is very good. And him and Devontae, I'm thinking, are going to go off. Now we've got Washington traveling to Carolina. Washington coming off of a big win against the Bucs. Panthers, I believe, lost last week. No, Panthers beat the Cardinals last week. So, both teams coming off of big wins against NFC opponents. However, I think Washington is just Tom Brady's kryptonite. Taylor Heineke is just Tom Brady's kryptonite. They seem like they only play good against Tom Brady. So, I'm going to have to take the Panthers. I think Cam Newton is going to be starting this week. And I love Cam. So, I'm expecting the Panthers to win this one. I'm not expecting a blowout. Because, well, no, I kind of am expecting a blowout. Because Washington is without Chase Young. So, I do think the Panthers are going to win this game. It might be a blowout. Never know. Now I've got San Francisco traveling to Jacksonville. San Francisco coming off of a big win against the Rams. Jacksonville coming off of a big win against the Bills. So again, two teams with great wins on their records last week. However, I think the 49ers are going to be able to take this one. I'm still not sold on the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence yet. I think they're going to need more protection for him, and the 49ers front seven, or the 49ers defense is not too shabby. So I think they're going to be able to get to Trevor Lawrence, force him to make some passes he doesn't want to throw, and force him to make mistakes. I'm going to take the 49ers here. Now I got the Dolphins and the Jets, another pretty easy pick for me. Mike White came back down to earth, and I just realized 49ers beat the Bills 2 weeks ago, not last week, because last week the Bills decimated the Jets. Or Jaguars, Jaguars beat the Bills 2 weeks ago. That's what I meant. Mike White's come back down to earth, so I think the Dolphins are going to be able to get their fourth win of the year. But I would not be surprised if the Jets pulled out a win here. But I'm picking Miami. Now we've got Cincinnati traveling to Las Vegas. First time playing in whatever their stadium's called now. Cincinnati coming off of a bye week and two losses going into a bye week. I think they're going to come out swinging. They're going to come out fast and early. Hopefully they had a chance to watch film over that bye week to see that they did have a slow start. And if they come out right out of the gate the same way they did against Baltimore, I think the Bengals are going to win this game. Raiders, not a bad team by any means, but they did just lose to the Giants, so I don't know about that. It's a 4:05 game, so this is the one I'll be watching this week. I'm going to take Cincinnati for the third week in a row. Let's hope that it works out for me this time. Now we've got Arizona and Seattle. Seattle actually favored to win this game, really. Kyler is likely not playing. And Russell Wilson is back from his finger surgery. He didn't look very good last week, though, so I don't know if it's just he wasn't ready or if the Packers were just really good. But I'm going to take the Cardinals. I know I said in the beginning of the season I was going to go with the Cardinals until they lost. I'm still going to take them after they lose, because I think even with a backup quarterback, I don't even remember who their backup quarterback is, but I think they're still going to be fine against Seattle. Seattle is in a rebuild at this point. So, or not rebuild, they're in a wash season at this point. I don't think 11-6 is going to get you to the playoffs, and that means you have to win every single game coming up. So I'm going to take Arizona. Now I got the Cowboys and the Chiefs. The Chiefs actually favored to win this game. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Yeah, I just like the Cowboys. I don't think the game against Denver actually showed the Cowboys team that we know. They've been looking good all year. I know I picked against them quite a bit, but they've surprised me every time. And then the one time I pick them, they lose. So I'm going to hope the Cowboys can pull out the win against the 32nd ranked defense in the Chiefs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes looked like himself last week, but you've got to wonder if he's going to be able to keep that momentum going. Dallas defense is one of the better units. I mean, Trayvon Diggs is always a threat to pick you off. So I'm going to have to take the Cowboys on this one. Now we've got Sunday Night Football. Steelers traveling to the Chargers. I mean, this is a pretty easy pick for me because one of these teams tied in Lions, the other one did not. So I'm going to have to take the Chargers. Steelers looked bad. And I don't know if Roethlisberger is back yet. Because, I don't know, but it was bad. Like, a lot of mistakes. So I think the Chargers are going to be able to capitalize on those mistakes better than the Lions did. I mean, I feel like Justin Herbert's going to go off for more than 120 yards Goff finished with last week. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers here. I'm gonna go to 6-4, 6-4, and try to stay in the AFC West playoff spot. And then for Monday Night Football, we got the Giants and the Bucks. Oh, if only Eli was still playing, this would have been perfect. But no, I'm going to take the Buccaneers here. I think they're going to come back with a vengeance after their loss to Washington. And I think the Giants are going to be at the Buccaneers' mercy. I don't think this is going to be a close game. But you never know. Tom Brady and New York don't get along very well. So we will see. I'm going to take the Buccaneers to take this one. And that is my Week 11 predictions. Now, again, make sure you follow my Twitter. That's why I pick the Thursday night games most of the time. And that's where you can find Week 9 and Week 10. Any other week where I'm not able to record a video, you can find it there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.